Alright. Welcome back to the channel, folks. I am Power Sports Steve, and today we are here at Extreme Power Sports in Opelika, Alabama again. Today we are going to take a look at the 2024 Honda Pioneer 700 4-seat Forest Edition. Obviously you see camo, right? So you think you're going to be in the forest. Camo kind of makes sense. That's not the only thing that's new and different on the 700 Forest Edition. There are some goodies that are factory installed that you are not going to have to add at the dealership whenever you come to pick one up. So we're going to talk about those. And real quick to let you know, there's multiple Pioneers that are made, right? This is the 4-seat version. It comes in a 2-seat version. There's a 1000. It comes in a 3, 5, and 6 passenger version. There's, of course, it has been the 500 and the 520 and all that. Kind of the jury's still out. They're still making those. Haven't seen a 24, so here we are. So let's dive into this thing and we'll show you kind of what's cool about it and what makes it a Forest Edition. So it's got the obvious Shadow Phantom camo, I think is what Honda calls it. Or maybe it's just Honda Phantom camo. I don't know where I added the shadow. Pattern on it comes with the nice bumper on the front. It's got the worn 4,500 pound, I believe it's the VRX winch if I'm not mistaken. It's got nice mud terrain tires on it, nothing kind of extra cool. It does have really nice wheels on it, kind of different than what's on just kind of the plain Jane 704. Still a 25-inch tall tire, so nothing oversized or anything like that. And to let you know if you don't know, standard cage on the 3-seater would look like this, right? And then on the 4-seater, it's got this extra cage across the back, okay? This obviously, you got people back there, you tip it over, you gotta make sure they're protected, okay? These little doors are going to open right here and allow you to access the back seat. We're going to show you that in a minute. Couple cool things that it has, and I didn't do this right. I should have had the seat down, but let's drop the seat and I'll show you. So it does have this extra power port on here in the bed. So if you want to run any kind of electrical goodies, lights, spreaders, feeders, whatever it may be, you can tap into that as well. There are also some bed lights. Really hard to see. Let's hold my head sideways. It's got a little LED right here. There's some on each side. There's a switch on the dash. I will show you here in just a second that operates those, which is cool. Does have the regular 2-inch hitch on the back, rated for 1,500 pounds on the towing. Old school latch assembly on the bed. You know, if it's not broken, don't fix it, I guess, is the deal there. But it's a good looking machine. Love the camo. Definitely a unique camo pattern. Everybody has their own pattern. You know, if you haven't noticed that, if you haven't been around, then I don't know what to tell you. One other thing. So there is basically extra storage along the bottom on the Forest Edition, which is kind of cool. You got the big glove box here. All right. Self-explanatory. Little net for some goodies right there. I left the key on. One thing I didn't notice or didn't tell you when I got in was it got your old school e-brake right here. This switch is going to be for your headlights, all right, on and off. This, obviously it's a light switch on and off. This switch is going to be for your bed lights, okay? We've got your winch control in and out, self-explanatory there. Transmission. So if you don't know, this transmission is a hydraulic transmission. It's a 3-speed. Basically like a little miniature automobile transmission. There is no low range on this transmission. Some people on another video have said, oh, we put it in manual mode, first gear is low range. Folks, that's not low range, okay? Let me just stop you right there. It's not low range on this vehicle. That's all there is to it. Just because it's manual, it'd be like getting in any 5-speed car and calling first gear low range, and that's not that case. And some trucks and all, I know they refer to it as kind of a granny low, but that's not low. Low range typically it's gonna have to do with the transfer case, sub-trans, something of that sort, and change everything on the vehicle. This vehicle does not have that. In the 4-wheel drive, you got your 2-wheel drive. Notice there's no turf mode. There's the 4-wheel drive, and then you got your 4-wheel drive diff lock, so lock all the tires, which is kind of cool. It does have a manual mode and a automatic mode on the transmission, so you can flip it to manual. If you flip it to manual, you do have these paddle shifters. You see it's got a little plus sign right there, a little negative sign. So the left side over here is going to be it to go down, right side to go up. Pretty easy. It does have tilt wheel on this model, so the base model, some of them do not have tilt wheel. This does. On the dash, you see all of your indicators on the left-hand side. Way over here, you got your tachometer, gear indicator, and it's kind of bright out, so it's kind of hard to see. See if I can close up the window. There we go, that's a little better. Speedometer, clock, fuel gauge on the right, clock on top. Let's see if I can get my fingers in here. And I could not get my fingers to work in here. All right, that's okay. Anyway, long story short, you can go to your trip meter. There we go. Maybe this will work. Maybe you can see it. It will not focus. There we go. Temperature indicator just says low or high there. Hours, 1.1 hours on this vehicle. Voltage outputs 12.3, and I know it's hard to see. Hondas have this cool little feature. There's a wrench on the top left-hand side right there. You see this says 97 miles, so this says basically 97 miles to your first service, okay? If you'll hit the button again, and I've lost it. There we go, hit the button again. It's gonna say 19 hours. So in a Honda, this particular vehicle anyway, is gonna be 100 miles or 20 hours on your first service, okay? Odometer says 3 miles, and we go back to your trip meter, okay? That's pretty much it on the inside. We're not gonna get into the nets and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you all know, the cool thing about the Honda is that it does have these doors on it. So a lot of the vehicles just have the nets, but it does have the nets across the top to kind of keep you restrained. It's, you know, it does have a cup holder on it, which is nice. You know, doors are for some people don't like them, and that's understandable too. Again, 2 belts on the vehicle, does not have a third seat belt, so it is designed just for 2 people across the front, okay? So let's talk about the back, all right? So something's gonna catch you right here. So you notice this is the latch to lift the bed. So if we wanna lift it up, you'll see the bed is not going anywhere, right? Okay, push on that, let me show you something. So this is the back seat. The seat lifts up, it looks just like this, it's flat, and I'm gonna show you how it works if I can with 2 hands, one hand operating the camera. But the seat lifts up, this piece here will come down, and I'll show you. All right. There we go, sorry about the camera. So that piece folds down, becomes more of a backrest for you. Then obviously you got your bottom seat, and then your legs just kind of sit in that area right there, right? Easy peasy. So if you were to do this, you want to raise the seat, and the latch is on the inside of the bed, right here, okay? So what you have to do is take the seat, of course open up the door, take the seat, flip it out, or up, and it latches into place, okay? And we're going to leave the door open, and there is a control. You reach right in here, or a latch I should say, not a control. It's a latch, you just squeeze that, and then you can push this door, or the seat back down, excuse me. Assuming everything is up. So on this one, take the bottom, and you're gonna hook this on the top, like so. We're gonna open the door. Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Hey, good.
Good. Sorry about that, saying hi to some customers. We'll drop this seat down. It'll go back into place. Let's close the doors on the side, okay? Now let's go ahead and hit the latch. Boom, look at that. The bed will now open. So there's a safety mechanism built in. If the seats are up, it will not let you raise the bed. And the deal is, obviously, for those of you that don't have common sense, haha, if there's people in the back, it will not let you lift the bed because we don't want to throw the people out of the bed, right? All right, everybody say, hey, great idea. All right, so there's a little better view of where the feet are supposed to stay whenever you're sitting up in there. You can kind of see how it's designed. Just a bunch of plastic sitting over the top of the motor and transmission, basically, in a nutshell. Speaking of chassis and all that, I mean, really, I'm gonna be honest, nothing really high-tech or fancy, no piggyback shocks, no fancy shocks on a vehicle like this. Nothing to really write home about, okay? Trying to think what I didn't cover. I mean, that's really about it in a nutshell. It's kind of cool that when you are trying to get into the bed, so it's kind of awkward to get into, I'm not gonna lie. But you do have this little step right here, so I mean, you could put all your weight on here and get into it. If you know, the cool thing is if you had a top on this, you're trying to clean it, I mean, you could use that as a step to get up in there, or up on top, which is kind of nice. that's it. Let's maybe start it up. Maybe we'll just kind of drive around the lot real quick. I love Honda's power steering, and I know I haven't talked too much about that in any of my videos, but the power steering on the Hondas is super smooth and it's very strong. And by strong, I mean it's very easy to turn, okay? Let's see. Seatbelt is latched, so FYI, you do have to have the seatbelt latched, or this thing is only going to run like, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 miles per hour. I can't remember exactly, but that's it. But I mean, I've got the holding the camera, obviously, and this thing is just, I'm not even hardly moving, and super easy to turn, okay? So pay attention to the sound. You can kind of hear it shift here in a minute. I'm just going to ride around the lot real quick. This machine has a top speed of roughly, I think it's 41, 42 miles per hour is it. Not the fastest thing in the world, not the most powerful, just a really nice kind of solid machine, okay? I had it in manual mode there, so it was waiting on me to shift. That's my bad. I wasn't paying attention when I left it in manual mode. We go back down the other direction, put it in auto, and you kind of get an idea for how it shifts. Again, not super peppy, not super fast. All right. So let's stop real quick. And I don't really think you have to stop, but I always tell everybody to stop because the computer's doing things, and well, I just don't want stuff to happen. That's just me. All right, so let's take back off and you can watch it shift here, or hear it. All right, folks, I think that's more or less it. Do me a favor, if you like the video, please give me a like, subscribe. We have got a whole lot more videos coming. I've got some other cool stuff planned this week. We're actually going to the races in Alabama, some dirt bike races with the SECA series. So we got that coming on film. And I got tons and tons more of new product coming. I'm getting 25 product in already. So if you're looking for a certain 25, you've been waiting on it to come out, maybe like a new Ranger that's already here. That's just a hint. We got all kind of cool videos coming. Appreciate you watching. Take care. See you next time.